Without the help of the road home, right now I would really have nothing. I'd be out on the streets.
Even you having a family, I was caught up in my addiction, so I put my addiction before any and everybody, even my kids.
My paychecks weren't big enough to support for where I was living.
Until eventually we just got in so deep we couldn't get ourselves back out.
That's when we hit recession, and they had to lay people off. I ended up losing my job.
The road home is there and designed to help people to get off the streets, to help people to get back into the workforce, to get back into society.
The Road Home is the largest homeless service provider in the state of Utah. We shelter about 900 men, women, and families with children every night.
But more than that, it's a place where people can come to find hope and be tied into other agencies in the community to help them get back on their feet.
It's a hub, it's a center for those that have nowhere to go. We're kind of the first line of defense in terms of we get it all. And we just start to break down what can we do for them.
Most of the individuals that come to the Road Home are here for a very short period of time and leave and never come back. The individuals that I work with are what we refer to as chronically homeless individuals, people that are living in campsites with severe mental illness or substance abuse, people that are really struggling to make it day to day. They've been kind of second-class citizens for so long that they just don't trust the system anymore. The goal is to get people into housing off the streets, get them clinical treatment if they need and desire that, but ultimately get them in a safe apartment that's their own where they can be warm and safe.
About a year and a half ago, we started a very targeted initiative. We completely transformed our service delivery system for veterans to end chronic homelessness. So 91% of about 170 veterans that we've placed over the last 18 months have stabilized in housing.
I know for myself it was really surprising to come into the shelter the first time and see how many children and how many little children there are that live here. The faces of these little children look just like my kids. They need the same things that my kids need. So to see these moms and dads with their kids and what they endure is, to me, very, very humbling, because I could not do it.
If people on the outside of what we do could see how hard people fight to get out of homelessness, they would never stigmatize what's happening. Once our programs help someone overcome homelessness, we just see that hope grow in different directions.
And then it was through the programs at the Road Home that we got the chance to be here.
More or less, it just gave us hope. It gave us hope that, hey, not all is lost.
My life is starting to become enjoyable again. I mean, there for many years of my life, it was not enjoyable. It was not pleasurable. Now that I'm in an apartment, I'm starting to do normal functional things. I mean, kind of like my caseworker Rocky here was at my house today. You know, last night I baked pumpkin pies.
I have a nice house now for my kids. I'm raising 5 kids and my job is decent. I get the great gratification of having my kids say, "I love you, Dad," every day, every morning I wake up and I'm leaving, "Dad, I love you, have a good day," and all that is just, it beat any high in the world.
We target individual populations that are priorities. We go after them because oftentimes they're not engaging us. We help almost all of them with just a little bit of assistance at first. And then those families who are having a hard time stabilizing in housing, we apply a little bit more assistance to them. Only 10% of all the families we serve display a need for permanent supportive housing.
You can see where every penny goes and that it is utilized in a way that provides the most support and the most love for these families.
Donations that come from the community are spent wisely, and we never lose sight of what that money was donated for. We really do make sure that money goes to help end homelessness.
Staff over at the Road Home all have one thing in common, and that's that they want to see the best for the people that's there.
I mean, if I were down on my luck and needed a place to stay, I would truly want the people that work for the Road Home looking out for me and my kids.